Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're getting drastic measures, our high-powered pulling tractor, ready to go ripping this weekend, but we've got some brand new used tires and wheels. We took off our new pulling tractor project because they're the much newer Firestone Puller 2000 series, and we're replacing those with the old school Firestone All Traction, which these start out as a normal tractor tire and they're cut for pullers. Those tires right there are brand new, made from the factory as a pulling tire. So we're going to be putting those on the front here. We've got some different front tires and wheels to go in here that were on this unit. We're going to be getting this thing serviced up and doing an overall just check over. Getting ready for our sled pulling this weekend in Baxley, Georgia, guys, with these Southern Pullers. You can check them out on Facebook, and we'll be there this Friday and Saturday. We're going to have all of our t-shirts, all of our merch. We're going to have our pulling truck. Everything's going to be there, and our garden tractors. Whole family, my dad and everybody. So come on out, guys. Hope to see you all there. Let's get to twerking on this new tractor. All right, so these are the front wheels and tires that were on this tractor. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just narrow. And we've got the option to put some much wider tires on there. So we're going to put those on there. But first, had hubcaps, but there's no hubcaps on the rear center of wheels. So I think we'll just leave them off and just have no hubcaps on the front. Should look pretty good. But first, we're going to put a fresh coat of paint on here and just make these hubs look hopefully 10 times better. We got some brand new gloss black spray paint. Get these things coated up on both sides and get these front tires mounted on here. Bill, thick boys out right here. Thick boys. Had our buddy Big Dog polish the inside and outside for us. Our Florida polisher. Imagine if they were the wrong lug pattern. Oh, that'd suck. So our lug nuts are all trashed. I went to O'Reilly and got the most expensive lug nuts known to man because all of our tire shops are closed. Well, the boys thread on there so nice. Shoot. There she is. It looks so good with them new tires on the back. I had to put air in them tires. They look a little low. Alright, since we are going to service this thing, but we're going to pull it in the door now, we've got to take all these panels off. This big panel right here is what's called like a blast shield or an engine cover. So if the engine decides to blow up, it kind of like goes like this or just straight out. It doesn't go into the crowd. So that covers off. We'll get this side off. Get them set inside. We'll get this thing cheeched up to life. Pull it in the door, see about changing some engine oil in it, and changing the fuel filter on it, and maybe we'll go ahead and flush out the water system, put fresh water and oil in the oil tank too. Uh-oh. So what we're going to do is basically change the back tires off, out. We'll pull it backwards again, let it idle for about 5 minutes, get the engine good and hot, and we'll drain the oil. I wonder if our $100 Amazon air jack's going to pick it up.
Oh.
Is it off the ground?
Almost.
That's good enough. Holy crap.
Dude.
Alright, let's get this tire off here. We just had these wheels polished not too long ago too. This thing sits out in the weather, so pretty soon we'll have it in our new at-home shop inside all the time.
Oh.
Spooky. Not falling. This needs to go up more, don't it? Yep.
Just trying to tell you that.
No, you weren't. You don't know what you're talking about.
Hopefully it just don't fall off.
Whoa.
Dude.
That was a little sketch. Gonna get a big pry bar, pry it off there, I guess.
Guess so.
Whoa.
Oh gosh.
What's the furthest it can go on the ground, right?
That'll roll.
Dude, this thing looks beefy with them front tires on the
Dude, I
front.
know.
Jeez.
Careful.
I know. Thankfully it's aluminum, so it doesn't weigh like a lot like a normal steel tractor tire.
Those new ones are steel?
No, but
It's as big as you.
it's a coming. Boom. It still ain't light. Don't get me wrong.
It's massive.
Oh man, like feeling these tread now, like there's no, this thing's gonna be like a wheelie king. It should pull a ton better than other tires. And even those are like up to standards of like regular pullers, they need to be recut. Oh,
You're doing a good job.
oh thanks, pal. Uh-oh. All right, one out of the way. You know what? I think those might be a different offset too. This thing might sit wider actually, the rear tires now.
That's pretty cool.
Got an axle seal leaking right there, see it? The oil in there. We probably should check the oil on the rear axle. There's the brakes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This old boy's been pulling a long time, guys. I don't know if I like that either. Look at that. Them bolts are like barely holding anything on there. What the heck? That's some shade tree mechanic stuff right there. Maybe we can tighten them up some. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Yeah, ain't much on there. It's crazy. In all reality, this thing needs like longer studs sticking out. That might be something we need to work on one day in the future. Snug it back up. Now I think I've got a lot better lug nuts than these right here. Let me go see if I can find them really quick. Okay, so I had no luck finding the lug nuts I thought I had, so we can always change those at a different time.
Oh!
Getting this thing to line up on there is not going to be easy.
Come on. Push it.
It's very hot. I'm sitting out in the sun too.
No excuses here, bud.
Ooh, this thing is very hot. We're a long ways off. A little bit more. Oh, there we go. A little bit. All right, yeah, that's good right there. Dang, that thing is hot. You are not him. You're not him. Uh-oh. Forgot, I gotta roll her back.
Bring it back.
Oh, shoot. Before I forget, guys, we are quite literally rolling into the last and final days in our giveaway at brucewilsonshop.com, where every dollar spent gets you entered to win RC Desert Buggy $1,500 cash, guys. From Willis Star t-shirts to buy tractor t-shirts to the Tractor Tax, like all kinds of t-shirts, keychains, all kinds of cool stuff. Every buck spent gets you entered to win, guys. So head on over there and grab you some merch after this sweet video. And also, massive announcement. I've been forgetting to announce this. We are now finally set up shipping internationally. That includes Hawaii, Alaska, everywhere, all over the world, guys. So don't be afraid if you watch these videos, you're not here in the US or lower 48, we're shipping. But you can only be entered in the giveaway if you are in the lower 48. That's the only bummer, but if you're a big fan, you want some merch, guys, we can ship it to you anywhere in the world.
It'd be kind of cool to see these things get slung down a hill or something.
You know how much this tire and wheel is still worth like $3 grand. Turn it, push it, the other side. There you go. There you go, that works. Finally got some help recruited out here. Now we're going to spin it around. I got it. Just lean her on back. Lean her on back. No, towards me.
Okay.
We're still light years away, aren't we? Keep going. Oh, now we're close.
Got a big bump ahead.
Push. Now lean it this way because the jack. There you go. This is how you gotta handle them big uns. Just gotta put all your weight into it.
Hope nobody sees you doing it.
Yep, that too. Alright. Alright.
Shoot.
Something to look at here is this thing has a much wider offset, and that may not be good for what we're doing. So we'll see how this thing does this weekend. But the offset may hurt us because the wider you go, the harder it is to control the tractor. You want it to be as narrow as possible. So, like if you see like that cage on that tractor, how narrow it is, the width of the cage, which means you can put the tires really close to it. This one's at least another 8 inches wider. I don't know, we're gonna find out.
We'll find out.
Alright, I'm gonna put air in these tires because they're all pretty low. Super secret air pressures though, so can't show you guys the back. The front we're gonna put on whatever the tire calls for. Secret sauce. Alright guys, so we're gonna get this thing started up, back it up, put us here and run. Hopefully, yeah, at least a couple minutes just to get the oil circulating around the system, get it a little warm. It's already like 90 degrees here in Florida, so then we're gonna drain it out, put some fresh oil in it, fresh filters, fresh fuel filter. Check her out. Need to leave it running. Adjust the valves also. So we're draining oil out of this thing. We got it nice and warm. It's at least 150 degrees or so. I don't see anything spooky coming out of there, so we're off to a good start. Also, this injection pump has its own oil reservoir. So what we're going to do is drain oil in that also, and you'll see all these little petcocks right here. So we're going to turn this thing sideways. And we will get a 7/16 socket, and we'll turn all these loose and drain the oil out of the injector. Oil still looks relatively new, but it doesn't hurt to put some fresh oil in it. That's for sure. Traditionally, these injection pumps would have had a oil line that went into the side of them, like right here, and then they just would bleed out the front. This one don't, a little bit different. High performance pumps are kind of like that. Everything's so special and done a certain way and blah blah blah. So get this thing some fresh oil in it too. And I called Brian, the guy I got the tractor from. He said don't put any old oil in it, get Brad Penn. And the only place to get Brad Penn oil is from the speed shop uptown, and they're closed today.
What are you doing?
Got some oil. Leave it to me to wreck it in the last second. Alright, so I know we said we should run some Brad Penn, but Valvoline 15W40 has always been good to me, so we're going to throw this in there. And I did pick up some Hot Shot Secret lubricity formula, wherever I put it. Here it is. Hot Shot Secret FR3 friction reducer with nano lubricant and wear protection. These guys always set us up with liquids. So pour some of that in there with some of this Valvoline. We should be ready to cheat. We got to drain the oil out of the oil filter still, so I guess that's going to make a mess. Jeez. We need a different drain pan. Okay, so this one right here is our fuel filter. Keep in mind, our fuel system on this tractor is 100% mechanical. There's no electric fuel pumps anywhere, so we're going to be leaking until I shove the new filter in there.
Oh.
Oh, shoot. Make sure there's no... Let me get this thing filled up. Less fuel to prime. So from the factory, the oil filters would have been mounted probably right here somewhere, and they moved them up here to the front. So you got 2 oil filters. Oh, there it is. I didn't beat it.
No, you didn't.
Wish I had the tool to cut these apart and see how the filter looks. Alright guys, we're going to pre-fill these filters here, because this is like a auxiliary oil filter system. So, ooh, biscuit. Alright, so we got 3 gallons of oil in it now. We got our filters up front full. Well, we got, yeah, something like that. Go ahead and fill this thing up full of this good right here. We're changing out the normal status quo on this engine, so it's either going to help it or nothing's going to change, or it's going to blow up. Got that mega pour, baby. Check the fuel filter over there, because there's this O-ring here that was in the box with it. See that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Somebody put it so tight. Good Lord. Oh, shoot. Well, that's the fitting that stays up inside the filter housing. That's a little weird there. So that was the old O-ring. I guess we'll put the new one on it and screw it back in there. We got a new O-ring on there. See if we get this thing in here without making too big of a mess. One day I'm going to make time. We're going to rebuild this engine and update this tractor with the latest and greatest exhaust manifold and pistons and turbo and fuel filter system and oil system. This thing could use a lot of attention. Alright, that over there. It's full of oil on the dipstick. We're going to start it up, let it idle for a minute, build oil pressure. We're going to check the oil again. Alright, make sure we got oil pressure before I let it fire up. Take care of our oil filters properly. We have an oil filter barrel and a company that picks them up. That ain't good. Dang it. Ryan, why'd you let that happen? What the heck? Next, we've got to check our water system. We're going to put all new water in here, so we'll drain it all out. This is for our water injection system on the tractor, which instead of having an intercooler to cool the engine, we have water that gets injected into the engine, of all things, and that helps put the fire out a little bit. Just gotta be real careful because there's like an old plumbing system on here that holds the water filter here. It's plastic, so it's very fragile.
It looks like old PVC.
It is. It's like PVC. Uh-oh. More now. How nasty it is.
Oh yeah.
All the oil. We'll get that cleaned out. Something's going on here. If this thing's out of water, which it's not, unless it's that low. Let me go get some water. We've got just plain old water in it. There, see it flushing out. The boy is low. Alright, let's shut this valve off. We'll fill it up. We'll flush it out. There we go. Now we'll go to the sink, clean this thing up real good, put it back in there. So when it comes out of this water filter here, it comes into the water pump. And the reason we add oil to this, what's called water soluble cutting oil, is because if you're running just water through this pump, which is metal gears, it would just lock up. It would just seize up because there's no lubrication. So by putting a tiny bit of oil in there, it makes it just have enough lubricity that it can pump into this water distribution valve that turns on automatically with boost pressure and gets distributed over these 4 hoses onto the intake and stuff like that. So, and then this right here is our oil pump, the external oil pump that runs off the gears and stuff like that. So get this all cleaned up. We'll put some fresh oil in there and fresh water and put some coolant in there. We'll be making our way on getting it done. All right, we're gonna smash this thing back together. Maybe. This O-ring is not wanting to cooperate. We'll see what happens. This is one of the things that needs to be changed and updated, is this filter system here. Alright, so we're going to fill this thing up full of diesel. Usually it's already got plenty of like lubricity formula in there from I think the last time we put stuff in there, some hot shots. So it's got plenty of it in there. The tank's only half empty, so we're just going to top her off. Whoa, we got some flow action going on here, boys.
Woohoo, son.
This is one of them good fuel tanks that's got the breather on it. They don't make them like that no more. How many of you are old enough or remember growing up with these? Remember when I was a kid, my papa got tired of them not putting them on there, and he'd have a screw, he'd pull a screw out.
I remember those days.
You're like 20 years old, hush.
You're 22.
I'm 28, fool.
You're still in the 20s.
I'm old enough to be your daddy.
No.
Well, that's everything for servicing. We're gonna get the hood put back on this thing. Everything covered back up, clipped in place. Like I said, whenever this thing finally does either let go or has an issue, or whenever I find time, I'm gonna tear it down, rewire it, fix a lot of things I've pointed out in this video that is definitely some not serious issues, but things that definitely need attention on this this needs attention. Look at this wiring. Looks like Florida Finest Customs wired that stuff.
Oh, got him.
Also, don't forget, go to BruceWilsonShop.com. Grab merch, guys. Shipping internationally.
What?
Big deal. Only, what, less than 3 days to get entered to win that buggy?
Yep.
And some cash? just in time for Father's Day. Can you imagine? Close the hood down on this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed us putting some really cool new tires and wheels on this thing. This thing should hook a ton better. We have a lot more of a broader angle, like it's wider. The wheels and the tires over there are more of a further back design like that. So this thing should hook a little bit better, but I think these tires are just a little bit shorter in circumference, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect things. We shall see, and we got to find out the hitch height rules this weekend. We'll adjust them at the pulls, because by this tractor sitting a little bit lower, our hitch height drops, and hitch height is everything when it comes to tractor pulling and truck pulling. So tomorrow we're going to get this expensive pulling truck in here. We got a massive, ginormous FASS Fuel System we're putting on there. We'll be making some changes to the fuel system on that and getting it ready for this weekend, and then we got to get our garden tractors broke out and get them boys ready. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Hope you all enjoyed our servicing video on this thing. Hope to see you all in Baxley, Georgia this Friday and Saturday. Come by and see us, check it out, grab your merch, and we just love interacting with everybody that watches us make videos. It makes me feel good, makes the team feel good, and makes it feel like all the work we've been putting into making these videos is worth it, and seeing everyone there. So we shall smash the like button, subscribe, go to brucewilsonshop.com, get in to win some cool stuff, and grab some merch. We'll see y'all later. Peace.